Hi, thanks for tuning in to CVTV, bringing you the latest insights and updates from across the channel. Today we're with Curtis Brinkerhoff, who is Chief Revenue Officer over at Impartner. Curtis, welcome to the program.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate the chance to be on with you today.
Absolutely. Today we're going to be talking about the shift that's to hyperscaler cloud marketplaces and how Impartner is helping with this. More software is being sold through hyperscaler cloud marketplaces, right? Yet many partner programs are still unable to fully capitalize on that trend. What's creating this disconnect, and why is it a problem for organizations?
Well, it's been interesting to watch over the last year. There's the commits across the cloud marketplaces have gone from about half a billion to now in the trillions of dollars. And this has created a massive economic shift of budget being shifted to focus on how do we optimize that through the marketplaces. However, the number of organizations that can actually take advantage of that is very limited in general, unless you open up to those partner ecosystems. The challenge is most of the partners out there, and AWS and Microsoft tell us roughly 70 to 75% of partners are not authorized, haven't gone through the certification process, or simply don't know how to leverage it or that it exists. And you cannot transact unless you're authorized, unless you use a technology that enables you to do so. And currently out in the market, there's only one technology currently that's enabling all partners to become immediately transactable and leverage that close to multi-trillion-dollar spend that's committed to those organizations. So that has shifted the economic model of how people acquire technology significantly in the industry.
Now, distribution is evolving as well, too, right? Distributors are increasingly adopting platform models, right? How is platform first distribution changing the way distributors and partners engage with each other?
It's funny because distribution and hyperscalers are starting to evolve jointly because distribution becomes one of the main avenues that companies can look at to start to enable the partners that distributors have always worked with to take advantage of these new economic models because AWS, Microsoft, Google, they're not in a position to do that, right? And so distribution can not only help mobilize the partner community, but in addition to that, they're starting to look cross-functionally around complementary technologies, how things work in an ecosystem. And if you look at things like TD SYNNEX Destination AI program, you've got organizations like Lenovo, NVIDIA, Red Hat, Intel, and others all collaborating strategically on one opportunity through distribution to find the best possible solve to a problem as opposed to looking at that in separated models or as competitive. So the nature of competition and always working in silos is quickly disappearing in today's models.
Now, you mentioned AI. As ecosystems become more complex and interconnected, how do you see AI impacting the way organizations manage partner relationships? For example, Impartner refers to AI as an ecosystem intelligence layer. Can you tell us more about this?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the best things that AI can do is solve complexity models while still remaining secure and not sharing things that are inappropriate, right? And AI has so many use cases that are being experimented on and with on a daily basis that there's lots of things that are changing. But when you look at an ecosystem and use AI to start to evaluate potential go-to-market strategies and how to align with other vendors, partners, resellers in a complex ecosystem, AI can help you not only digest that, but start to modernize the way that we look at how we might sell that into the market, right? And sell that with distribution. And so when you look at ecosystems and AI playing together and using those analytics for things like propensity to buy data, likely recommended adjacent products, you can see immense revenue gains on recommended adjacent plays that people never before were able to even consider because you've got that propensity buying data now available to the entire market. So
Now, Impartner is focused on helping organizations adapt through automated partner management. Tell us more about your approach, how you're helping companies to manage, measure, and scale their partner programs.
yeah, so for Impartner, we look at this a little bit uniquely. We started in the industry over 20 years ago from kind of this idea of PRM at a base standard, and everybody talked about portals and deal registration. we looked at moving that to the next level of automation when we started to introduce things like integrated ecosystem models, CPQ, and diversification of those models. Now, being fully integrated to AWS, Microsoft, TD Synnex, Ingram Micro, and others, we are able to facilitate what we have named PRM 3.0, which is really bringing together a full life cycle quote to cash end-to-end solution that goes from initial conception all the way through acquisition, quoting, management of that, and then into the renewal cycle. So as you look at how we span that entire revenue model, it's been critical to business and how to automate business in a very complex and ever-changing organization structure. So,
Curtis, it's been great chatting with you. How can we learn more information about Impartner?
yeah, I would love to encourage everyone to go take a look, of course, at our website, www.impartner.com. Take a look there, but reach out to me on LinkedIn. I always like to further these conversations with more industry insight. So please take a look on LinkedIn, connect with me, reach out directly. I would love to set up a meeting with anyone that would like to have a discussion at an industry level of how we might shift our thinking and continue to evolve at the forefront of partner ecosystems.
Curtis, thank you for your time.
Appreciate it, gentlemen. Thank you.
All right. Thanks. Stay here. Take
Have a
care.
good one.